As you lead the adoption of Gen AI and broader AI capabilities in your organization, you must recognize that technology alone is not enough. Strong, secure AI policies are essential to govern how AI is built, integrated, and used responsibly. Without clear policies, your organization risks facing security incidents, compliance failures, ethical breaches, and reputational damage. In this lecture, you will learn how to design AI policies that not only address technical risks, but also align with governance, ethics, and business strategy. When you introduce AI systems into your environment, you are introducing new behaviors, new risks, and new dependencies that traditional IT policies were never designed to manage. You cannot rely on outdated frameworks to protect your organization. Instead, you must establish specific AI policies that clearly define how AI systems are allowed to behave, how humans are expected to interact with them, and how the organization will monitor, govern, and respond to AI-driven outcomes. Strong AI policies enable you to set clear expectations for responsible AI development and deployment. They create accountability for critical issues like security, fairness, privacy, and explainability, ensuring that no one treats AI risks as someone else's problem. Policies allow you to manage risks proactively across the full life cycle of AI, from data ingestion to model outputs to downstream user interactions. Most importantly, your policies must align AI usage with evolving legal, regulatory, and ethical standards, protecting both your business and your reputation. Without clearly defined policies, you leave too much to chance. And in the world of AI, small mistakes can scale into major incidents almost instantly. Your leadership responsibility is to define these rules early, make them practical, and ensure they are consistently enforced across the entire organization. When you lead AI governance thoughtfully, you build an environment where innovation thrives safely and responsibly. When building AI policies, you must ensure that they cover several critical dimensions. First, you need to define data governance requirements. Policies must set standards for how training data is collected, validated, stored, and protected. You need to prohibit the use of unverified or unauthorized data sources to avoid privacy violations and bias. Second, you must establish model security and integrity controls. Your policies should mandate vulnerability testing for AI models, secure access to APIs, and protection against model extraction or tampering attempts. Third, you must address prompt management and output governance for Gen AI systems. You must define acceptable use cases, require input sanitization, enforce output monitoring, and set thresholds for human review in high-risk AI activities. Fourth, your policies must tackle AI ethics and transparency. You must require documentation around how models are trained, how decisions are made, and how explainability is supported, especially for AI systems that impact customers, employees, or critical business functions. Finally, you must include incident response and recovery planning for AI-related failures or abuses. Your organization must know what steps to take when an AI system malfunctions, leaks data, produces harmful outputs, or is attacked. By covering all of these areas, you create a complete framework for responsible, secure AI use, not just reactive fixes after incidents happen. When you build AI policies, you must approach the process with a few critical best practices in mind to ensure your policies are effective and sustainable. First, you need to collaborate across teams. You cannot build AI policies in isolation. You must actively engage legal, compliance, risk management, IT, security, and business leaders to make sure the policies you design are both practical and enforceable across different parts of the organization. You should also start simple but expand systematically. Begin by focusing on high-risk areas, such as Gen AI systems, sensitive data usage, and AI-driven critical decision-making, and then gradually broaden your policies to cover a wider range of AI applications as your program matures. This staged approach ensures early wins and builds momentum without overwhelming your teams. Another important best practice is to tie AI policy enforcement into your existing governance models. You do not need to reinvent your entire governance structure. Instead, extend your current security, compliance, privacy, and ethics frameworks to include AI-specific considerations. This allows you to integrate AI oversight naturally into processes your teams already understand. You must also regularly review and update your AI policies. AI technologies evolve rapidly, and static policies will quickly become outdated. You need to implement continuous monitoring, conduct regular audits, and adjust your policies dynamically as new risks, regulations, and use cases emerge. Finally, training users and developers is non-negotiable. Policies on paper mean nothing if people don't understand them. You must invest in educating your teams, helping them understand what the policies require, why they matter, and how to apply them correctly in their daily work. As a leader, you are not just writing policy documents, you are shaping the way your organization thinks about AI safety, responsibility, and long-term trustworthiness. Every policy you create is a blueprint for sustainable, secure innovation. Technology can help you detect threats, but only strong enforced policies can prevent careless use, ethical lapses, and compliance failures before they happen. Policies are your first layer of defense, setting clear boundaries and expectations before an AI system is even deployed. By building secure AI policies, you're not slowing innovation. You're enabling safe, trusted, sustainable innovation. So, what's your leadership takeaway? Secure AI adoption demands more than brilliant engineers. It demands strong leadership, clear boundaries, and responsible governance. When you build, implement, and maintain effective AI policies, you protect your organization's people, data, reputation, and future. Your leadership ensures that Gen AI becomes a competitive advantage, not a future liability.